If there hadn't been a difficult situation for me to face, I would have never matured enough to understand what it's like to persevere. But for now, I'll introduce you to me, Amanda Michelle Morgan. My life began right here in Loma Linda just 20 years ago. I was born into a Christian family, so the morals and values that I hold dear to me today are because of how my parents raised me. Against modern day normalcy, my dad was a stay-at-home father. So because of this, I had a very close relationship with him. Whether it was off-roading or bike riding, I was always doing something. I learned to love the outdoors. My mom and dad and I were a very close family. I was always busy doing something, whether it was riding, camping, hiking, reading. I was brought up with no television, so that opened lots of different other activities to do. I read book after book, which opened my ever-growing love for books. I love all books, mystery, romance, history, literature, anything that grabs my attention, and I'll read it. As a child in elementary school, I was always very obedient. I excelled in reading, reading comprehension, and English. Math was a totally different story. Numbers and I are not best friends. By middle school, I was very involved and had a very outgoing personality. I went to a very small private school, so I had few but close friends, best friends that are still my friends today. Birthday after birthday passed. Things changed. High school came along and it seemed to make me a completely different person. Now I'll take you back 5 years, my freshman year in high school. It came upon my family suddenly, totally out of the blue. My dad was diagnosed with a stage 4 glioblastoma cancerous brain tumor and was given a year to live. He was immediately put on chemotherapy. This sent our lives on a crazy adventure, but not exactly the good kind. So throughout high school, I was continually absent due to the major life changes going on at home. I became a nurse and a caregiver. I balanced 2 lifestyles, one for home, one for school. The hardship we face is completely indescribable. Constantly in and out of hospitals, emergency rooms, chemo sessions, and rehab centers is what molded my just keep going mentality. The man that was dying before my very own eyes was the one who had taught me how to ride a bike. The one who took me on crazy adventures, giving me a sense of adventure for life. He was the one who would put me down for nap time, and when I woke up, it would be his famous story time. This was the man who would pick me up from school every day with the same question: what did you learn today? It was him who would make the best grilled cheese sandwiches every Sunday without fail. Now, with one word, cancer, my life was turned upside down just a year ago, September 20th, 2011, when my dad passed away. I was empty, nothing to fill the void of losing a father. That's when I started to think a lot about life. Perseverance never comes easy. In fact, in order to learn to persevere, you first have to go through something that requires an attitude of continuing to move forward, no matter what happens. Now, I didn't all of a sudden see the light at the end of the tunnel. It wasn't until after 4 years did I realize that maturity comes out of adversity. During my adversity, I learned to keep going on no matter how hard it got, to keep fighting for what we knew would eventually cause death, to persevere. Because of a trying situation that I went through, I can now take what I learned and apply it to my day-to-day life. Perseverance, I think, can be applied to the littlest things, such as waking up and forcing myself out of bed to studying hard for what I most want to be in life. Each day is another stepping stone on my way to success. Without perseverance, I will never achieve my ultimate goal. Walter Elliott once said, "Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after another."